Hello, welcome to Glory Goals.
Hello.
Welcome to Bushido.
Yes.
Goals.
And hopefully welcome to anyone that's joining us to watch
Hi.
Bushido.
Yes. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Luke.
I'm Dave.
GG Dave.
GG Dave.
So we are predominantly or initially a Guild Ball channel.
Well, we started out as God Tier.
God Tier.
And then formed the channel 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. So then we kind of went on to Guild Ball. So it's predominantly Steamforged Games products we were peddling. Not peddling, but I was going to say shilling, but no.
Now we're going to start shilling GCT.
No. So we are, we release regular battle reports, so we are currently, Guild Ball is no more, so we're just currently looking at different games. So we've been trying a number of different games.
Yep.
We've all bought, a lot of the Guild Ball crowd has kind of gone across to Bushido.
So it's our turn to try.
So we're going to give it a bash. We have had a practice game on our Twitch last week. Link to our Twitch channel is in the description. So we do like every couple of weeks we do just like a sit and play a game. So we sit, learn a game like on a Tuesday or Wednesday evening, don't we? And just do. It's not as, I don't want to say as professional as this.
Well, our game of Bushido, because we were sat there reading rules and stuff at the same time, meant that it probably took us about 2.5 hours, 3 hours to play through the game.
Yes, the intention is when we've got a new game that we're learning, we pop on the Twitch, we just sit there, interact with our people watching while learning the game.
Everything is content.
Yeah, but people generally enjoy it because people said they kind of.
Well, it's also useful for us because normally people will join us in the chat as well and they'll tell us if we're getting things wrong. So it's quite good, and we're not really playing competitively, so it's not too bad.
No, so
this is
our first proper
rice,
game.
First proper game, 70 rice, and and we're using starter factions. So it's not quite the 2-player starter set, which is very good value, but we've kind of gone. We kind of went
rule of cool, didn't we, with everything? We kind of looked at the different factions. So you've gone with.
I did choose Ito, or Ito. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, because I like Snake Men.
Yep.
And I will be looking at other stuff as well. So I looked at Prefecture, and there's lots of. I think there's 12 factions or 10 factions, so there's plenty to choose from. But yeah, kind of we decided we'd get starter factions instead, so we can start with 70 rice games. Yeah,
so we thought we'll buy like a starter set each, like the 30 odd quid ones or whatever it is. We get the 5 models.
Yeah.
So we thought bang them together, have a couple of games to get used to it, then start buying, like within theme. That's what I've done anyway.
I've just bought lots of Snake Men.
Yeah. So I've got Cult of Uri. Any of the above pronunciations is okay with me. Basically, I just seen the models. I've seen some of like the cool monsters and stuff. And
I was looking at them, and I did think, they do remind me of like Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
And there's the whole kind of theme sounds nice. You've snaffled that one, but
yeah, I've seen it.
It's horrible as well.
I like.
I've been playing one game against it.
We had a look at the different things, and we've just kind of we haven't really looked at rules or anything, so we just went on models that we enjoy the look of. So I like these, and I like the goblins. Yeah. Savage, as they're called.
Savage Wave.
Yeah.
Savage Wave. Savage World.
Savage Wave, I think. Yeah. So I like the look of that. Rich has gone for Rokan.
Yeah.
The monk guys. And Ryan's.
He's also gone. Ito. So that's the 4 people that are part of.
So the 4 of us have got 3 factions.
Well, I'm fairly sure I'm going to be buying another faction very soon, considering I've already bought an extra 5 models for Ito.
I've got a few on the way.
And the faction pack, so I've got the upgrade cards from him. So I'm going to be progressing to 100 rice fairly rapidly, hopefully. Yeah.
So can you remember what the scenario name was?
I think it's called Keii.
Okay. K-I, it was K-I.
K-I,
yeah. So it's
6 prayer objectives, and you gain 3 for praying at the ones at the back on your opponent's half. 2 for the ones in the middle, and 1 for your own. So effectively they're set up in a little circle around the board for those that haven't seen Bushido before.
So we are probably going to get rules wrong.
Most definitely.
So bear with us, we will get better, but this hopefully is the first of many Bushido games. We've spent a lot of time getting all nice 3D printed terrain and stuff, so then you'll see when we go down to the table it looks quite nice. We've tried to get everything painted to a standard, so it looks nice and pretty for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy it, and if you do enjoy what we're doing, then consider subscribing to the channel, leave us a comment and tell us what we did right or what we did wrong, and it'd be awesome. So thank you, and we'll catch you on the table.
See you on the table.
welcome to turn 1 Bushido. Dave, talk us through the scenario and talk us through the terrain.
Yep, so briefly touched on the scenario, but effectively we're playing K or Key? K-I-I.
Yeah.
So we've got a set of objective markers set in a ring. So you've got 2 in your own half which are friendly, which are worth 1 VP, 2 neutrals in the middle which are worth 2 VP, and 2 in the opponent's half which are worth 3 VP. You have to pray at them, and you have a limited number of prayers for the game, so you get start the game with 5.
Which is denoted by the blue dice.
Which is denoted by the blue dice. To pray it, you have to be base to base with the model, and then take a simple action. So there's simple and complex actions in Bushido. Simple is 1 action, complex is 2. Each person starts with 2 actions, which we've marked out with Guild influence markers, because we're still waiting for our GCT tokens to arrive.
I've got my GG ones.
You'll still use them anyway when they arrive.
Yeah, I've got my GG ones.
Yes, it's baseline deployment. So there's 2 types of deployment as far as I'm aware. There are some more scenarios now in, I think it's like a tournament pack.
Yeah.
But we've just got the 3 basic ones from the rule book. And in there, you basically either have a baseline deployment or corner deployment, which is a 6-inch corner and opposite corners of the map that you deploy in. The battlefield is 2x2, and then the terrain is placed by the players. So effectively, you roll at the beginning, the roll that I won, and then you choose who's player 1. That player deploys a piece of terrain. Then you take it in turns to deploy terrain. So you've got 6 pieces, at which point you can stop or carry on. And whoever stops basically gets to pick deployment zones.
Now this piece, we've had to kind of be a bit creative with it. We've had to have it close to the edge of the board.
Yeah.
Basically, it's quite a large piece of terrain, and we're quite limited where we put it, because if we banged it in the middle, where it would fit quite comfortably, you wouldn't be able to see any action that was going on this side.
Yeah.
So we were a little bit premeditated with elements of the terrain, but that's the only real piece.
Yeah,
and
so
that.
we dropped it there. And in theory, you can't put it in your deployment zone, but actually there is no deployment zone in this game. So we could have put it a bit further back, but as it is, it's there for a bit of decoration. I don't know how much it will play in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm after this one, then maybe. But we'll see.
Yeah. So, warbands?
Yeah. So mine is is the starter faction for Ito. So if you bought the starter box, this is the ones you would get. You've got ESAS or ISAS.
Should we apologise in advance for
yeah,
any
we should do really.
pronunciation?
Who is a Habibi man.
A what?
A Habibi man. A half snake man.
Habubba man.
So he's got a snake face. And
Is that an ability?
he's a kind of sneaky assassin guy who's got an ability called camouflage, which means he can basically hide himself away. Unless you're within 2 inches of him, you can't actually target him or interact with him, as long as he's in cover. Yeah. So he's quite nice. I've got Ishi, who is an archer basically. She's got a couple of abilities that make her better at shooting than the average person, but only really the fact that she can move through terrain and she doesn't take penalties when moving, because moving is...
Round 1!
They're a bit late on the starter whistle.
Yes, we always have a clap at the start of our game.
Yeah, so she's the range. She's got more range threat than close combat, and she can sort of shoot and reload and stuff without having to take weight action. So it's quite good.
Yeah.
I've got Haruki, who's a Ashigaru Gunso. He's kind of just a fairly resilient guy. With an ability to generate pass tokens, which is quite good in the game as well.
Yeah.
You've got Ito Kinu, who's basically kind of like a snake priestess. There is an upgrade in. We should just say we're not playing with upgrades in this game. So effectively, this is 70 rice, because if you take any upgrades out of the box, it seems to me that the models themselves add up to 70. I'm assuming that's kind of fairly standard across the different starters. So she would normally have she does come with an upgrade. It feels a bit like she's 16 points, but actually the upgrade is kind of makes her even better. So it's probably unlikely you take her without the upgrade in a normal game. But yeah, she's kind of just throws out poison. She's got some magic that she can shoot. And then I've got Koyu. He's the guy with the big snake. And he's kind of he's this close combat guy. hands out poison, and is fairly good in mixed combat. So he can, if there's 2 people ganging up on him, he ignores the modifiers for being ganged up on.
Cool. And your theme?
Sure, yeah. So each faction comes with a theme in the starter box. You can go themeless in this game and just take whatever models you want, but the themes give you extra benefits, but also potentially hand down restrictions. Mine has no restrictions on it, but it is during the end phase, if a model takes damage due to poison, a model with immune poison in this warband gains 1 key token. And the 2 people that are immune to poison are these 2 in my warband.
Okay.
So one of those can gain an extra key if I damage, if I do poison damage at the end phase. And then the other one is I add X Blood of Orochi tokens to the pool each starting phase, where X is the number of VPs I've scored.
Okay.
Blood of Orochi is any model I've got on here has, well, some models will have a Blood of Orochi trait with a number next to it, and that's the amount of tokens they generate. And then at the start of the turn, I can put those on any Ito clan model, and they will then gain poison on their weapons. So for the first round, I put 2 on. You can only have a maximum of 2. Ishii, so she does poison 1/2 when she hits someone with her shooting, or her dagger, to be fair. And then I put the other one on Isas, mainly because everyone else already has poison. Well, I could have put it on Haruki.
Yep. Okay, so that's your Ito clan. So
yep.
I've got Yuri. You're right. So I've got Risu, Umeka, Yamauba, Penagalan, and Abara. Lots of cool little tricks and that, everything.
You've basically got kind of 3 sorcerers with kind of ranged damage, or sorceresses with ranged damage.
And then 2 scary monsters.
2 scary monsters with Fear 6, which are very hard to get into combat with.
Yeah.
There are, it might look a bit strong in this one because mine haven't got anything that kind of buffs them against fear, but there are plenty of models in the game that have fearless.
Yeah.
Bravery, which lets them re-roll. I think courage lets you add +1 to your fear rolls and stuff like that. So if I want to move into base to base with any model with fear, I have to basically pass a test and roll higher than the target number. So fear 6 is like, I'm assuming or hoping that.
No, you've got to equal it, or
equal it, yeah. So I'm assuming fear 6 is the highest you can go, because in theory,
I think so, yeah.
A 1 dice roll, you shouldn't be impossible to get into base to base with.
So my theme is things that go bump in the night. So the Burakumin keyword, so that's Risu, Umeka, and Ibara. They begin the game with 1 key token, which are denoted by these coins now. And then my second thing is I automatically win the tactical test for turn 4, and enemy models cannot use key boosts until the end phase.
Well, you've seen that's in turn 4.
Yeah, yeah, it was
always.
Yeah, it's tested so that there's a semicolon afterwards, so that would assume that it's for the same thing. So you've chosen me to go first.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The other thing is at the start of your turn you generate key. So this is what we've got here. So every model has 2 activations, but what you also have is key abilities. Some of those require an action, some of them just require you to be the active player, and some of them you can do instantly, so you can do it in close combat and things like that. So you might find us doing some of those things as we go through. Okay,
cool. Let's go. So I'm going to go first with Yamauba. I'm going to use a run action, which means I can add 50% to my move roll.
Yep, 1.5 times your move.
1.5, so that's 4 up to 6, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to spend one of my tokens there. Over to you.
I think this guy, in a run action you can only pivot and then you'll run the distance in inches. Excuse me, pivot and then run. You can run 7.5 inches. Mine are slightly faster than yours.
Yeah.
So that's a 7. Okay, we'll run to there.
Awesome. Penagalan. She can do similar. She can take a run action, mind on her head with the with my widget. Okay, over to
you. This is just going to be like a lot of running, isn't it? Basically.
I think so. So.
Yeah, she's going to go. Ito Kinu will just run as well, so that's 7.5. She'll run. No, she'll just walk. No, she will run. She'll just run up to there.
Yeah.
She might as well run into base to base just on the off chance. Oh no, I can't actually because I'll have to swim back here. Oh, she'll keep going. She'll go.
We should measure 4 inches, see if that's in 12.
Yeah, she'll be within 12. That's 3 inches and you're already in.
Yeah, okay. So let's try and do something cool then. So I'm going to use Hypnotic Gaze, which is a 2-key ability. Target 12 inches away. It's an opposed key roll.
I was going to say as well, dice in this game are important because of attack and defence dice, so you have 5 of each. So my silver are my attack dice and my red are defence dice, just for those that know what we're doing.
So enemy target model loses an activation counter and gains 1 stun marker, so it's an opposed key roll. So what's your key?
My key's 2.
So my key's 2. Go on then. 3.
3. 1s are removed from the dice pool.
4. So you lose an activation target marker.
So she's down to exhausted.
And then she's also stunned as well. Let me write stun.
There are things called key boosts as well, but we'll get to those.
And that's her second action. Over to you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Don't think he's not reflected. He's just going to walk 5 with his first action and stand over there.
Okay, this one here is going to run 6 to there.
Oh, he's still got 1.
Spend a token. Over to you.
Military man is going to spend 1 to do military training. To give me a pass token. I haven't really got anything to like pass tokens, but I'll find something in a minute. So I've got a pass token.
Yeah.
And then he's going to walk forwards 5.
What does, in terms of stun, what does that do in terms of any tests you've got to do or anything like that? Is it -1 die for like an opposed key?
It's -1. I'm not sure about key.
Okay, we'll have a look at.
Well, I've just moved him, so it's your activation. Okay. So while you're,
would you like me to spend it?
Influence your.
Not this one, no, not this activation. Yeah, the one at the moment. So I'll take a casual activation of. This one here will run. Okay. Over to you. It doesn't matter for this turn.
It doesn't affect key. It's if a model is a stun marker, it suffers a -1 melee pool and -1 range pool modifier during the end phase. Remove 1 stun marker from each model.
Okay, cool.
So the stun will clear. It's basically if you get into combat with her.
Yeah. It's bad time burst.
Yeah, bad time for her. So I'll spend my pass token.
Sprint 1. What is that? When you sprint, you gain a move. Is that? Oh, this model modifies its key statistics by +1 when resolving. Oh, spirit, not sprint. Read it.
I think that's because they don't necessarily want, because your key statistic, the way it's split is you get a smaller number and then a max number effectively.
Yeah.
Much like if anyone is a Guild Ball player watching this, much like Influence. So you build up key over the turns, and if you hit your maximum, they can't gain any more.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes what they want to do is give someone who's a spellcaster the ability to roll extra dice.
Yeah.
But they don't want to give you extra key at the start of the turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you might have a key stat of 2, but you'll have something that gives you a boost on your dice rolls rather than a key stat of 3.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, over to you.
Yep. He's going to jog into this cover.
With a simple action, can I jog and then do a simple action?
Yes. Oh, it depends. It depends what the action is. If the action has a foot walking that says.
So it doesn't have that.
Yeah. No. So as long as it's not got a red circle with a foot in it, which means you can't move and do that action, you can move and perform the action.
Okay. So So when I do an ability where it says X+1 and opposed target number, do you see when it says target gains X poison markers, do I then go, I'm going to do this action, do the key roll, and then go, I'm then going to expend this much for the power, or is there...
You spend the key first.
For the power?
For the power.
Makes sense. Key, these all key 2?
No, he's key... Well, he's key 2. So Isas, this guy's key 1, and Ishi is key 1.
Okay, well what I'll do is I'll walk to be 8 inches away. Let's burn 2 of these to do Mortal Corruption, so it's an opposed key test.
Yep.
Oh,
7.
I've got to equal it or beat it.
I think
irrelevant.
Yeah, I think the attacker always wins. The active player always wins.
Okay, so that's his activation done.
Handy roll. She's going to clear that standard. I do like the fact that almost everything's always in range. So that's, she's got a... What's her range is? 4, 8, 12. Put another spell there. Yeah, so she can. So she's going to walk up to within 12. I can't get within medium range. It's going to be a long range shot.
So I've already ran as well.
Oh, can she hit you with that? Because it's a long range is 6s and you're +1 because you've ran.
Yeah.
So 7. Yeah, so I can still do it. So she might as well. So she'll move 5. To there. Within 12, and then take a ranged action. So effectively, she took a ranged action, but as part of that action, she can make a move.
Okay.
So that is 2 dice. A ranged attack, you need a target number. So the target number starts at...
Oh, I've got dodge. Oh, dodge 1 is only in combat, isn't it?
Yeah, your parry is the ranged equivalent.
No, I haven't got that.
Yeah, so effectively, a ranged attack, you have to roll a target number. So you're rolling the number of dice you've got in your range stat, which is the one in the top left. So she's got 2 dice normally, she can't boost it. Oh no, sorry, she's got 2 normally, she can boost it, I was on the wrong card. And then you roll... There's like a number of adjustments, so you start off with a target number, so a short range shot is 4, medium's 5, long 6, so it's a long range shot, so it starts at 6, and then it gets modified with pluses and minuses depending on certain things. So the only thing that I think is relevant is that you ran, so target model ran this turn, I get +1 on the roll, so that's 7, sorry, +1 on the target number, so that's 7. If you walk, normally you'd get a modifier, but she's got a skill called lightweight on her bow, which means she ignores moving penalties. So I need a 7, so I need a 6 and another number.
It's not 1.
Oh, I was coming down to 6 for a second. So effectively I've got 4 + 1, so 5.
Okay, cool.
And she gains a reload token, which means she needs to reload a weapon. But another skill she has is when she takes a walk action, she can reload a weapon.
Can you use things to change to get rid of burn? Is it a rest to get rid of burn?
A wait action gets rid of burn.
And you'd keep a reload action, yeah?
She would, yeah. If she chose not to take the burn.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to walk to along and do a opposed key test. You're only key 1, aren't you?
Yep.
So, do you know what? Let's definitely let's go 3. 2. Let's see what you got.
2. You should be able to beat a 2 unless you roll double 1.
That's a 5, so you gain X. So I spent 3.
Yeah, X.
So you gain 4 fire 1 markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's some fire 1 markers. Oops, sorry. So I was just 8 inches away. Cool, that's done. Apply burn condition.
Apply burn. Well, she probably will take a wait action to remove 2 fire tokens.
Yep. So she's got a reload action as well, so next turn she'll have to spend an action to reload.
Or she'll have to move or spend an action to reload if she didn't want to move. It just means that in theory these are kind of a bit glass cannon-y, but they've also got a lot of movement.
Yeah.
So although she's an archer, normally you should be able to reload and shoot, or move and shoot once without reloading. But she gets to do a bit of movement whilst reloading at the same time.
So I'm going to do that. So this one here will take... what kind of range damage if you haven't got any more range?
She's the only other person that's got range damage, so everyone else is just combat.
So this one will take a run to touch that. Over to you.
I think he's going to take a walk action. Just walk round to here.
And your only one left is that one action there?
Yep.
Okay, so pivot. Take a run action to there. And then you do your final action.
Yeah, I don't think he's in range to get to her. No. So he's just going to go and stand over here.
Okay, awesome. And that's the end of turn 1. We'll apply our damaging conditions and we'll come back to turn 2. Okay, round 2. So, Dave won the roll off and he's decided to go first.
Yep.
We've took the damage from the burn, we've removed the stun at the end of the turn, taken our damage, reloaded our key and activation tokens, and then yes, it's over to you, Dave.
Yep. First thing I'm going to do is, because I'm the active player, I'm going to spend 2 for ESAS to gain camouflage 2, which basically means that if
Who's
you want
ESAS?
to, sorry, it's the assassin guy.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing I did in the practice game.
Yeah.
If you want to target him with anything, you have to be within 2 inches of him at the start of the activation. I'll check to make sure it's the start of the activation. I'm pretty sure it is. I'll check that in a minute, because I don't need to worry about it now. And then, what else will I do?
Oh, can you do that at any point? So that doesn't have to be...
Yeah, because it's the active. When I'm the active player, I can spend it, so it's quite good because I don't have to be activating him when I do it. It just have to be the active player. If it was S, it's a simple action. If it was C, it would be complex action.
Yeah.
At least I believe that is correct. Anyone please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just have to be the active player. It doesn't have to be that model. And I'm then going to do what? I think he's going to do an attack action. But I've got to stay out of... I've got an inch marker for him.
I think you'll struggle.
Yeah, I'll just walk up.
So then you'll pull yourself into base.
3 inches. Oh no, just 3 inches. I'll go and hit this one at the back.
Spend that version.
Yep.
So I've got reach.
So you are effectively the head person.
What's your... How many dice are you? How many dice are you?
He's 3 dice. He could boost it with by paying 3. I think he's going to keep it.
What health has he got?
5 health. Secret allocation. So in a melee melee's an opposed attack. You can both take damage in it. So you have defense and attack dice
So silver's my attacking and bronze are my defensive. Go.
I thought you were going to go full attack.
No.
So effectively at that point, if you'd had mixed, so I've taken mixed, so I've only 1 defense die and 2 attack dice.
So sack off your defense one, doesn't matter.
Oh, well, anyway, but why not?
5.
3 4s.
Oh! Ching!
So you successfully defend the attack.
Oh, and I spend one of my...
Yep, so it also spends one of yours.
On with them. Do I go and try and put you in the bin? How much health has this chap got?
She's got 5, I think. I think pretty much all of mine have got 5 health.
And how many dice is they?
She rolls 2 in combat. She can boost it with key feat to 3 if she wanted to. I was going to check. Or what was I? There was 2 things I was going to check. What was I going to check? Camouflage. And I wanted to check while this model is benefiting from cover, cannot target or enter base to base with this model unless the enemy model is within X at the start of its activation. Yeah, so you basically can't, unless you're within 2 of them, you can't target him. And then what else was I going to check?
Can I walk and pray?
Yeah, quick check on the prayer action. Oh, it's in the rule book, so it can tell you here.
Okay, sorry about this, viewers.
Didn't say. Oh, well, let's have a look in the actual scenario. That might say.
So I've got a lot of actions that I want to do.
Yeah, it doesn't say you can't. So in theory you could move into base and then pray. Let's have a quick look at... Well, let's play it like you can.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and we'll pray. So we'll go down to 4 prayer tokens, and I go up to 2 points, because I'm praying in the middle one. Okay, over to you.
Yep, so you prayed at the middle one.
Prayed at the middle one, yeah. Does this one not suffer crowding out?
He ignores the first crowding out penalty, so unless you've got 3 models in base to base with him, he doesn't suffer the -1 melee pool that you would get normally.
But then once he's exhausted, he does.
Yeah. And you can't pray if you're in base to base with the opponent, so that's why I was going to go and attack them to stop them from praying. As it is, that's out of the question now. Instead, I think
let's tip it down.
It's inside while it's doing it. Here comes the rain. I think so. You're within 4 at the minute. Oh, he's disguised though, so I have to pass a fear and a thin test.
Disguised and a fear test.
I think I'm just going to go with him, and he's going to walk into base as this. And he'll spend 1 key to give himself military training for a pass token as well.
Okay. How many key is he?
Oh, we're saying we can move and pray, aren't we? So he'll move and pray as well then.
Yeah.
Might as well, just to tie off the score. How many key is he? He's key 2.
And he hasn't got any kind of like weird things where he can't be hit or targeted or anything like that?
No. He's got armour.
Yep, fine. Okay, so this one here is going to walk and hit him.
Yep.
So he spends your other one.
Yes.
How many dice are you?
He's 3 dice.
3 dice. Okay.
You haven't got any armour, have you?
Not to my no.
No, he doesn't need to spend his precision strike then. And he can't boost his dice, so he has got 3 basically.
Okay, I will spend my 3 key to up mine to 3 dice. Okay. Ready?
2 defence.
3 defence! Roll you 1 attack. 3. Cool. Done. You're now exhausted.
Yep.
So you lose a dice. When you're in your next melee.
Yep, then it's mine.
Yeah. With you.
He'll do another attack action.
Leave her alone. Really? So now we're both exhausted.
We are both now exhausted.
Okay. 2 dice. I've got reach.
So you're hitting first.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, I'm bluffing yet.
No, I'm always going to stick with 1 in defence anyway.
1 of each. Got him. Roll your attack.
Oh, 6 on defence.
So
but that 1 gets taken out, so 4. Oh!
So your 1 success, your 2 success.
I'm a +2 success.
Yeah. So you're +2 success. So then we go to the damage table.
Yeah. There's a damage table on this app I've got.
Perfect.
It's quite useful. Charts. So effectively, yeah, when you make an attack, you get X number of successes, which means you can roll on certain columns within your wound table. Roll 2 dice, and then add any modifiers. He's -1 on his modifier for damage, but he does poison 1 too, as long as he does damage to the model.
Okay.
So 2 dice on success 2. 8. -1 is 7, which means you take 2 damage.
Down to 1? Or?
No, 2 damage. He reduces the roll rather than the actual damage he does. So he rolled 8, but he went down to 7. 7 on a success 2 is 2 damage.
Yep.
And you'll also take 1 poison 2 marker. So that's 2 damage.
2 damage, okay. Okay, cool.
And then, yeah, they're both exhausted.
So they're exhausted. Let's go with this one here. She'll move and pray again. So I'll go down to 3 tokens and up to 4 points.
So I think... Yes. So you're within within medium range for her thingy.
For who? Who you?
For this one.
The one who's engaged?
Yeah. But I think I might just do contagious poison. So it is 4 key. Range 6. I'll do it on this wizard thing. So it's an opposed key roll.
Okay, so I increase my key system by 1 when resolving key test. That means I got to 2.
If you lose, then you take. What does it do? Yeah, target gains a poison 2 marker and a stun marker, and then choose another enemy roll within 3. So
I don't want to lose this.
7. Sorry,
5.
5.
6. Yes.
6 and a 1. But then I do effectively get to do it within another model within 3. I think she's within 3.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll do it on there as well.
Okay.
I presume she's got the same thing, Spirit.
She's got key 2.
Oh, key 2. Oh, 7.
Oh,
7.
See,
Now we do need to work out.
Then he's
what
in
time. Oh, let's look at the previous key box. It's not going to be in the phone.
Wow, what rolls? A 6 and a 6 and a 6 and a 5.
Well, the stun isn't as much use on here because it will clear at the end of the turn.
Mm.
But, key rolls. Test page 30. In the case of being equal, tiebreakers are usually as follows. The player who rolled the highest number of dice, subtracting rolls of 1 from the total, wins. Otherwise the active player wins. So I think I win.
So
the effect goes off on that one.
which is...
and she gains another poison 2 marker.
So she dies at the end of the turn.
She's only got 2 health on her.
She's taken 2. Oh, poison 2.
Yeah, but she'll only take one of those tokens, unless there's 3 on them.
Oh, right, okay.
Unless there's 3 on there, she'll only take
Gotcha.
one of those.
Okay.
But she'll die the next turn because I don't think you've got anything that can clear poison.
No.
Although I think she can heal back up to full if she kills somebody with a
Poison,
condition,
I think, yeah.
Poison.
Anyone else really plays due to poison damage.
That costs her both of those, but she can move as well. There's no restriction on her being able to move as part of the action. So she's going to run away after she's done it.
Seems reasonable.
Sack off, Haruki. You can just take it now.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's going to stun marker, but again, it's not.
She's going to run into base contact with there as I punch the train. Over to you.
He's going to sort around to here. Chill in the cover.
Yep. So you've got that wide to go towards. Does this wound? He's only got a key of 2 now, hasn't?
Just going to check the exhausted state to see if it affects their key or if it's just their melee and ranged. Or melee dice. Oh, it's not a state, is it? Look at there.
So he's got one. So realistically, you will struggle. What's his? So you can't pray if you're base to base with if you're within another person. What's his move?
Who's?
There's 5.
Yeah.
So I suppose he could get there.
She's not activated as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting to here to pray. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
And her move is what?
5, or she can run 7.5. But she's not going to get there.
No. Yeah, so you can't. Yes, there's no way of getting there. The only way to get there is that. So you've got a maximum of 1 prey, unless I'm missing something. You've got a maximum of 1 prey.
The best I can do is tie.
Is tie, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 tokens left. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So So if you do tie, I can just prey with this one here. Okay, so let's hedge our bets a little. Let's go with Yama Uber. So you lose your dice. So you'll be losing 2 dice. You're engaging here.
Yeah.
And exhausted.
It'll be down to 1.
Okay, so she'll
go.
go.
I have to take a fear test as well.
What, to hit me?
No, to become. If I fail, I'll become frightened.
Okay, so 6.
Yep.
You're fine. So
it's like the first fear test I've passed.
And it's.
I think frightened is another -1 on the dice pool. I think.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 to go up to 4.
Yep.
And you're down to 1 dice.
Yep. But I've got reach, so I hit first, unless you've got anything.
I also have reach and critical strike 1.
So if you can spend a melee dice to do critical strike.
I'm good.
I'm just checking. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, so it's the usual activation order then.
What are you doing? You got 1 dice.
Putting it in defence for a 3.
Okay, so 6, 7, 8.
so
that's
plus
5.
So it's a 5 on the.
And I've got +1 on my damage, so it's my dice roll +1.
Dice roll +1.
Here we go. 5, so it's 6. 6 on a 5.
6 on a 5 is 5 damage. He would die if he didn't have armour 1, which reduces. I can't remember. It reduces the dice roll by 1. Actually, yeah. So it goes down to back down to 5. So I think his armour. I'm sure armour modifies the roll. So it is literally push. If you rolled a 7,
yeah,
you'd have died. So it goes down to 1 health.
Okay, over to you.
He's not long for this earth.
He's not one for this world. Gee, it's like a truck.
So she'll take a walk action to get within 5 and reload as part of her walk action.
So 5 is your short range, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What's your key? 1.
Oh, sorry, her short range is 4.
Your key's 1, yeah?
Walking within 4 inches of it and walk in. Key is 1, yeah.
Oh, that's good. So I can modify my result by 1
Oh, sorry, while I'm doing it, I'll spend 1 on him to give a pass token out, because he's going to die in a minute anyway. So.
Who's he going to pass token out to?
In military training means I gain a pass token.
Oh, okay. So, she can move and do a simple action, providing it doesn't say... Yeah, it doesn't say. So she's going to walk 4 to go to there, so it'll be just outside of 1. And then do a hypnotic gaze. So I get to increase my key roll by 1, so it's a key power 2 to your 1. So I'm 2 plus 1.
I'm 1. 2. That's not looking good.
So that's
3.
4.
Just
So you...
You roll an extra die, sorry. Spirit +1, isn't it?
Oh, I've got 3. This model modifies the result by 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's willpower. It's willpower, this is.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you get... Lose an activation again, a stun marker.
Stunning.
Okay.
The stun will clear at the end of the turn.
So you've just got 1 activation here or a pass.
I'll take the pass token.
Okay. She'll let you and try and dumpster you.
Yep.
Do I?
So I lose a dice.
You lose 2 dice.
2 dice. Oh yeah, because I'm exhausted.
So I'm only 2.
You have reach?
No, I don't have reach.
Okay.
So you have reach?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, let's see what you do. 3. Oh, 5 and 5. So my damage thing...
He was dead anyway.
9?
Yeah, dead. He only had 1 health.
Yep.
Even with armour, you're going to kill him.
Get in the bin!
I don't know why I kept him alive rather than the Snake Priestess, but I feel like...
So you've got your 1 action left?
Yeah. He's going to move 5 to get a sneak attack on you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
He'll wander around behind your base for a surprise attack. Which means you lose a dice because you're surprised.
Well,
So
I've got reach anyway. So I'll lose dice. So you're 2 or 3?
3 dice.
I'm exhausted as well.
You are, so you're down another dice.
So I'm down to 1.
Do you normally have 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, if you go to minus dice, then you bring yourself back up until you're back to 1 dice, but I gain extra dice for each one that you increase.
But I do have reach.
So you're hitting first.
How many dice for you?
3 dice.
And how much health you got?
5 health.
Okay.
You're going to roll 1 die.
Ready?
Yes.
Well, I got 1 defense. So I got the start. Go on then, let's...
Oh,
7.
This could be brutal.
4.
So success level 4. Because he's an assassin, he gets to roll 3 dice on the damage table.
What?
And pick the highest 2.
Oh. Got an 18.
Oh, I should have declared combo attack, but it doesn't matter. So 3 dice, he is +1 on the dice roll. So 11. On a success level what, sorry?
3.
How much else has it got? Has she got?
5.
So success level 3, you rolled a 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
I rolled a 7.
7. Success level 4 was it?
4. And I've just rolled an 11. Yeah, they take 6 damage.
In the bin! There. Okay, cool. Me for the final activation.
Yeah.
Guess you'll walk to there.
And she's lost disguise now, I think. Once you make an attack, you lose the disguised action.
Okay, cool. So that is the end of turn 2. We'll juggle everything about and we'll see you next round. Okay, round 3. It's round 3, so I won turn 2.
Yeah.
With my 4 points to 2. Dave's won the roll off. She's looking worse for wear, only on 1 health.
She's gone down to 3. She's taken her last burn token.
Yep.
And then me to activate. She is going to take a shoot action at this thing.
Okay.
Point blank range, so it's 4s. No one's moved or anything, so it's 2 dice, needing a 4.
You'll be fine.
Just. So you take damage roll +1. So that's success 0. So 7, 8. I don't think that's going to be huge amounts. Has it got anything that reduces damage?
No.
Oh, 0 damage.
0 damage. Okay.
And then she can take a move action. So she will move. She's light footed, so she can move through this cover. And then she's going to move 5 inches over to here.
Can this guy can't be surprised?
No, he can.
Okay.
Oh no, he can't be surprised, but he can still be seen. He's not got camouflage on at the minute.
Okay, cool. Right, so Panagalan is going to walk up. I'm going to hit you.
Yep.
So, how many dice are you?
Oh, I'm going to take a fear test first.
No.
Fails. So I'm frightened. I think that means I lose a dice. So I'm down to 2 dice, I think. Just check that. My mistakes.
Well, I'm going to spend these.
-1 melee dice and range pool modifier.
Okay, I'll spend my key to go up to 4 dice.
Okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
2 downs.
Let's see what I'll be.
Oh!
7.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't roll any better.
6, 7, 8. So I'm 1.
1 success.
1 success. Dodge, fear. 1 success. Cool.
Yep. What modifiers on your damage? Anything?
5.
On a 1.
Yep.
0 damage.
Okay, so as you spend an action, over to you.
She's going to go, and she is going to pay 3 to perform the simple action snapshot. So she can move still with it, but she gets basically another shot, ignoring reload markers.
Okay.
I'm assuming she doesn't take reload markers either.
So what?
So she can move 5. So she can move around to here. Getting within 4 of that. Feels like a waste because she's going to die at the end of the turn, but
Yeah.
it frees up him. So she'll take a shot at this one. 2 dice.
What happens to shooting at an engaged model?
Oh yeah, good point. She's engaged. Maybe she'll shoot the other one then. I'll shoot this one actually.
Okay. Need a 4, is it?
4, yeah.
7.
Yeah, loves it.
Success.
7, so success level 3. And then she gets +1 on the damage roll as well. So 7 up to 8 on success level 3. So you take 3 damage and gain a poison. She's not immune to poison, is she, or anything?
No.
No, just checking because she's got a poison woman, isn't she? Poison 2, because she's got blood of
So it's like
2 on her.
two
yeah,
tokens.
so no, it's a 2 damage, one token, 2 damage.
Okay.
So she'll take 2 damage at the end of the turn.
There's no way for me to clear that.
I think some models can clear, but poison's one that you can't clear.
Yeah.
But it is effective. Tough reduces it, so.
Okay. Cool. Over to me, I suppose. So he's exhausted now.
She's exhausted, yeah.
Within 4. Okay, so we'll go. What? How many dice is this one?
She's 3 in melee, but she can't boost. But she's exhausted, so she'll be down to 2 dice.
And how many defense die? How many dice is this one?
He's defense 3. He's also got defensive abilities, which means I can stun you on the way in. If you don't start in base to base, I can stun you. The person that's in base to base with me, I can't stun them.
And how much health does he have?
He has 5, and basically all mine have got 5 health, and he's undamaged. She's on 3 health because of the burning she's taken.
Yeah. Okay, so let me think. Let's go with this one here. I'm going to hit you.
Yep.
And spend one of your tokens as well.
He has got reach. Have you got reach?
I've got reach also, yeah.
So I'm 3 dice.
Yep. I'm only 2 dice.
There you go then. Oh, beat a 5.
Yep, 6.
Just
so nothing happens.
nothing happens.
Over to you.
think heal attack.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me think. You got to do a fear test.
No, because I failed it already, so I'm already frightened.
Oh, right.
But you only have to do it if your action takes you into base to base, not if you're already in base to base. But as it is, he failed his fear test. He was already frightened to down a dice already.
Okay, so you're right. So we both spent both our actions.
Yeah.
So I'm 3. So do you have reach?
No, got nothing that can make me go first.
And you have 2 dice.
2 dice.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh.
Sorry, yeah. I was always going to go 1 defence anyway.
Okay.
It's just I'll put 3 dice in. So defence 5, attack 2.
So I'm attack 7.
Yep. So you get +2, but I get +0 attack on you first.
Yep. So 0. This opponent may pick up 1 attack dice as well, but its opponent drew up. No, I ain't doing that. So you get 1 attack dice at what?
As 0 successes, which means I think he's -1 on his, not his +1 on his roll.
Okay.
So I need to roll an 8 to be able to damage you. No, number 1.
Okay, so I'm 7 to your
5.
So I'm
you
+2.
get +2. You didn't do any damage last time, did you? So you're still full health. So on success level 2, roll a 12.
4.
4. Any modifiers?
Not to my knowledge. No.
1 damage.
1 damage. Woo!
To be fair, you aren't supposed to be able to explode people in 1 roll. It's only because we're getting a bit lucky with our dice rolls and our success levels.
Okay, so let's think. So you're... So he's 3 dice. No, he's 2 dice now, isn't he?
She's down to 2 dice, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to walk in. Whoops. Whoops. And hit you.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, so I'm only 2 dice. But you exhausted, aren't you?
Yep, so I'm down to 2 as well.
Yep. Oh, you can't be surprised, can you?
No, she can.
Oh,
but I mean,
well,
you're in my front arc anyway.
Okay, that's cool. But
apparently, I'm in your rear arc at the minute.
Oh well.
You've made the effort to mark your markers that I haven't done yet.
You
2
got
defence.
2 defence. Okay.
You're dead at the end of the turn, so I need to stay alive.
5. So I'm +1.
+1.
So I'm -1 to this roll, but you do get bleed 1/1. 10, 9
on success level 1. 9. Oh, it takes 2 damage. I think she's dead.
Plus the bleed.
The bleed 1/1 is what's going to kill her. She's got 2 damage on her. Takes 2 down to 1 health. Can't clear bleed. You can clear bleed by healing, but you can't wait to remove it or anything. Okay. So they're going to basically die at the end of the turn.
So it's over to you for your activation.
Yep.
So you got 2 there and 1 there.
She is going to spend 1 to move 5 inches. So skirt that terrain. 3 to there. Well, 2 to there. 3 to there. Another 2. Go to here. Which gets yeah, so she's almost within 3, so she'll be within 4. And then she'll try a sorcery attack.
So what happens because I'm engaged?
I think it's... Let's have a look. Shooting into engaged combat. There's like a whole list of stuff.
Shooting, because it's got to be something. What?
Yeah, I think if you, I can't remember if it's if you're successful, nothing happens. But if you fail the success roll, then you have to allocate it. But either that, or you have to roll to allocate. But I'm pretty sure if you succeed, nothing happens. But I need to find their shooting. Range attacks 34. So target enemy model, measure the distance, range band, 0 range, medium range. The player control the target model and at this point. You can nominate a different friendly model to take it if you've got skills that do it. The player control the Oh yeah, so if it crosses any lines, well, that's quite good. You can actually dive in the way if the attack crosses anyone else's model. Prepare the use of key feats, resolve any key feats. Challenge under the range of attack is calculated. That was nice. If the target was in base to base with an enemy model, you must now check to see if you hit the correct target. The active player. So how do you do that?
Will it randomise?
Targeting a model in base to base. If a model targets an enemy model in base to base with a friendly model, make a range challenge test 6 with the following modifiers to the challenge number. Target is tiny, target is medium, target is large, target is huge. If the test is successful, proceed as normal. If, however, the test is a failure, then the target of the attack is changed to the nearest. So I think it basically says
You got to do a target 6 thing with modifiers.
yeah. So I've got to do the attack first. If the attack succeeds, I then have to pass a challenge 6 target ranged attack.
Okay.
So it's 2 dice needing to hit you on 6, 7 because I moved as well.
No.
No. So he misses anyway.
It's probably fortunate you missed. Right, this is something cool.
Pour my beer, I got this.
Right, so a maker's going to go, I'm going to use cultist, so I'm going to take a damage to gain a key. I'm then going to spend them 2 key to do curse of stinging needles on him.
Yeah. Doesn't cause poison, does it?
No.
Bleed.
No, -1 tough.
Oh, okay.
So it's a post key roll of 2. Whoop.
Yeah, he's got key 2.
Yeah, cool. 4, 6. So you're
Win.
-1 toughness.
Any damage?
No, you just gain -1 tough.
-1 tough.
Yeah. Over to you.
Okay. He'll go and attack the other one.
You haven't got reach, have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm hitting first.
I also have reach.
But I'm the active player, so I'm hitting first. Because that reach cancels each other out.
Okay.
You're on 1 health.
Yeah.
So 3 dice. And you got 3 dice as well?
I have 2 dice.
2 dice.
Hang on.
Got mine picked.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, no defence,
Right.
but 6 on attack.
6 on defence.
So I'll get a success 0 damage, and then
And
you
I've
get
got
a
2
success 2 attack.
Okay.
So I need to do something decent on this attack, effectively, and he's -1 on his on his damage roll.
No, not
Nah,
any
not
good.
enough.
Right,
Yeah.
so I'm number 1, and I'm +1 damage.
Yeah.
What health you got?
It's 5 health. He's still full health.
Is there a way for me to do 5 damage?
On success level.
1.
No,
did you roll 6? Yeah.
I rolled a 1. You rolled a 2 on your attack.
So you were 0.
So I'm
So
success
I'm
level
2,
2.
yeah.
5 damage.
Yeah.
You rolled a 12. And you haven't got any modifiers on your
No, I haven't got any
weapon.
9. So 9. How many damage is that?
On success level 2, that's 3 damage.
Up to 4.
Because of the thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. You could have killed him actually. So that's. That.
I've
You
got.
got this guy, this woman, or creature.
So that die, he's going to be okay. How much health does he have left? 1.
1.
So he's tied up. These 3 will die.
Yep.
I
should have just plowed it into defence really. Should have rolled 3 defence die rather than just let you die. All I was trying to do is spend your token. I was too obsessed with trying to kill you. Although if I killed you I could have moved afterwards.
Yeah.
So I could have walked into base with that thing actually.
So he's got not a lot of health left. Okay. What?
I could have spent money to give him the fence, so I could have pushed you away.
Yeah.
Pushed you out of my zone
So
of control.
I can pray and move, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pray there. To give me 2 points. So I'll go down to 2 prayer tokens and put that 3, sorry.
Yep. 2 prayer tokens, yeah?
Yeah, 2 prayer tokens left, I've got on 3 points, and then I'll do a move.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you to go with that one?
Yep, she's going to run. 7.5. That's 6. Moving all the terrain while moving. An extra 1.5 inches.
Mm-hmm. She's so fast.
That's what these are, all quite fast models. 1 and a bit half. Get into there.
Difficult. So she'll spin and sprint 6 to more. Cool, and that is the end of the round.
Yep.
Okay, turn 4. So, because of my theme, I get to go first, and you can't use key boost till the end phase.
Which is a shame considering Q's sat on 6.
Who's Q?
He's that guy there. I haven't spent any of his stuff, so I could have boosted dice. I could have boosted dice last turn to give him some extra dice in defence. As it is.
Such as it is.
Such is life.
And what's it's got left? Health wise?
Oh, I didn't generate a key for her. She's got full health.
Which is?
5.
5. Okay. So we'll go with the Penguin.
Yep.
Gonna spend 2 to do Ass Strike, so I gain lightning reflexes and buy an attack.
Okay.
So I'm 3 dice,
Yeah.
and I'm attacking first. And you've got 4 left.
You've got 4 health left. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're 3 dice. Have you got
3 dice.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 dice. I haven't got enough to buy one.
We're not allowed to
Great
anyway.
defence. Oh no, not you're right. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what your defence is.
4. All the 2s.
6, 7.
So you get +3 damage on me.
Yep.
Success 3 damage on me.
Success 3. I need a good roll now.
He's got 4 health left. Do you get any modifiers?
No.
You need 9 up. Oh,
10.
He dies.
Get in the bin. Right. So now I can move as well, can't I?
Yep.
Just outside of 1. Yep. Over to you.
She is going to...
That was a big brain play. I wasn't expecting that.
He's going to move over here and pray.
Okay.
For 3.
Is that old Johnny 1 health?
Yeah.
So I've got lightning reflexes for the turn, haven't I?
Yeah.
No, until the end of the activation.
Oh, it's the end of the activation, yeah.
Okay. So she's going to walk in and walk from behind and hit you.
Yep.
So you're -1 dice? No.
No, I've got to take a fear test. Which passed.
That's yes. So you're 2 dice down to what?
She's 2 dice.
Is it down to anything because of your surprised?
She's got aware, so she can't be surprised. The snakes are keeping an eye on everybody.
Okay, so what are you doing with yours?
2 defense.
Okay. 4. 7. So I'm 3.
Success 3. All your dice.
What? 6. 6 and a success level 3.
6 on 3 is 3 damage.
These on 1.
These are on 2.
Oh. Okay, over to you.
Yep. He's going to pray again.
Yep, seems reasonable. Got 6. Okay. She'll walk up and dumpster. So you need to see if you're frightened. So I've walked up directly behind you.
He's got aware as well. Those 2 got snake people.
So
so he's frightened, so he loses a dice.
And he's exhausted.
He's not yet, he's got 1 on him.
Oh,
no, he's prayed twice.
He's prayed twice, yeah.
Yeah, he is exhausted, yeah.
So you're down to 1 dice.
1 dice.
And I have reach.
He's only got 1 health. He was literally there to pray.
Yeah. Oh. So that's 7. So success level 7.
I think you can't fail to kill him unless...
well, I rolled an 11
yeah,
on success level.
On success level 7, a roll of 11 does 9 damage.
Here's your model, mate.
Literally explodes him.
I think I might have won.
No.
What happens if I dumpster that last model? So it's over to you to go with them.
Yeah, she will just chill.
So she's taking a pass.
Yeah. She's taking a wait action.
Okay, so I will pivot.
Pivot.
And run. So I'm just outside of 1.
Yep.
And then that's the end of the round, so you win.
I gain a VP.
So it's 1-1.
Yeah.
Going into turn 5. Okay, round 5.
Yeah.
We're in a bit of a thing.
I had to do a bit of checking because I realised I could have taken a disengage action last time, but when I haven't read it, I wouldn't have wanted to take it anyway because it means melee exchange, which means she could have died.
Yeah.
If she died before the end of last turn, basically when you're totally tabled, the game ends at that point. So I wouldn't have scored that VP, which would have tied the game.
Yeah.
So at the minute, I'm now going to take a disengage action with her because I've won the roll to go first.
Yep.
Which means
So
I'm
it
making
spends mine as well.
melee exchange. I'm going to spend 3.
To boost it.
Actually, there's no point in having any more. Or is there? No, she's going to spend all 6
To try and get away.
to try and get away. So she gets an extra 2.
So she's up to 4 dice.
4 dice.
Yep.
What do I?
Okay.
So I've got 1 in attack and 3 in defence.
Okay. Let's see what your defence is.
Oh, 2 1s.
Oh, so
Oh,
a
3
6.
1s. So it's a 6.
7! I won by 1, so you don't get
So
away.
don't get away. And you do a damage roll with success level 1.
Which is 6.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You need to get 8, I think, to go do damage on us. Oh, success level 1, sorry. I mean, a quick check. I was thinking 0. 6. She does 1 damage. Yeah, I was thinking you'd got a 0. So she's got 1 health left.
Okay, so she's going to walk here and pray. Put me down to 1 and put me onto 1 point. Over to you. You can disengage again. Oh, actually, can you? Oh, you can go that way.
Oh, you can't go there because you'd be in my zone of control, so you'd have to be... Oh no, I turn to face, so you can, sorry, because I'd have to turn to face my attacker.
Yeah.
So you can go there.
Yeah.
But you can't be within an inch of me. Oh no, you can, because you're behind me. Yeah, I'll just do I've spent all my thing now. I'm just going to attack.
Attack. Snaky.
Yeah. As it is, I've just realised basically you can't get any more VPs until turn 6.
Yeah.
So if she dies,
the game ends.
The game ends as a draw.
No, because I'm on 1 point.
But it's one VPs. It's the VPs are the only
Oh,
things that are worth it. Yeah. So it's only you still VPs in each turn. There's no point in you killing me this turn.
But I thought it'd be ends at that point.
I should also point out that she passed her frightened test at the end of the phase, which is why I'm not taking a test or anything.
Okay.
Although you're already in base to base.
So she's attacking her.
Yeah, I'll attack her.
Okay, cool.
2 in attack.
3 in defence.
7.
Reroll your 6 for my dodge.
4.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So that's both their actions spent. She'll walk up and buy an attack on you. So I'm gone up behind you.
Yeah. She's aware, she can't be surprised.
Okay, but you exhausted and you've got a friend.
Yep.
So you're you're minus 1 dice.
0 dice, which means you gain an extra dice because you can't get down to 0 dice.
Yep.
Every dice below 1, you count back up until you get to 1 dice, but every dice you count up, the opponent gets that many dice.
Yep. Okay.
1 in attack.
4 in defence. Yes.
Yeah.
End of the round. That is end of round 5. So, round 6. Dave won the roll off to go first. Dave, what are you doing?
I should have taken a fear test when you moved into base to base.
I'll take a fear test.
Yeah, passed
Passed
it.
it. But now are you frightened at the end of the turn? Oh no, you're not frightened.
I passed it when you went into base.
So you're starting your turn, Dave.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll hit one of them. I'll hit the one that can't make me reroll dice. I'll hit that one.
So you're going to hit this one?
Yeah.
So you're minus 1 dice. Whoop. So you turned your face into that one.
Oh yeah, minus 1 dice. So yeah, I'm down to 1 dice. You're down to nothing.
I'm at 3.
Dice.
Okay. Put 3 in defence.
6.
4, 5, 6. So success level 0. Oh no, they both got dodge 1. So reroll your 6. There we go.
There we go.
Done. She'll then attack.
Yep.
You're now on 3 dice. Oh god, that's meant to be defence, sorry.
I thought it was going to be defence.
Yeah.
We've established that you don't want to kill me, basically.
5.
Yeah, so...
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
You're exhausted.
Yep.
So my other action, I'll just do... Wait. I win the game. 2 VPs to 1 at the end of turn 6. Well played. We can't shake hands because of COVID, but well played, Dave.
Nice.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Open
ratio of stereotypes.
That wasn't a racial stereotype.
That wasn't, no.
That was a bow.
That was a bow.
Good game.
Yeah.
Enjoy it?
Good. Yeah, I did, yeah. It's interesting because the practice game we had, Fear was really a pain, and actually, I mean, I got lucky with some dice rolling there, but it wasn't as bad, but actually it's telling that the 2 models left at the end were the 2 fear-causing models, because I never wanted to engage them in combat. It was only when they came to me.
But they were like 19 and 17 points respectively.
Yeah. So they are kind of expensive models. You can't put loads of them in your faction. I mean, that's obviously a 70 rice game. When the standard game is 100, you could get more because they do vary in price. Some of the kind of less good ones that chaff, I suppose, are kind of between 7 and 10.
Yeah, I think a couple of mine are like 10 points.
And you can take kind of multiple models that are not named. A lot of this is about named characters running around in small combats, but actually you can take I can take archers and I can take sort of bog standard Ashigaru, who then can be commanded by the guy who was in my army. Yeah. So in theory you can get them to do like combined actions and stuff, so it all kind of gets much more interesting with a few additional characters in there. But as it is, that's good. I mean, say the first game was a bit more one-sided, to be fair, so I quite like the fact that it was a bit more even.
Yeah, there was a couple of points towards the end I was like, I've lost this game.
Yeah, I mean, I made a mistake because I had so much key on Zhu when he just declared the attack action. I should have just gone all out defence and put more dice in defence, because that your wizard was dead basically at the end of the turn. Yeah. With through poison, so at that point all I had to do was keep him alive on full health, and then it's much more of a challenge. Those last 2 turns.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are a bit more difficult, but
but it was good.
So one thing that we'd need to clarify, if people want to tell us in the comments, at the end, did we play that right? Like, should it have...
if you had scenario points and you tabled me, would you win?
Would the game end and go, right, you've got the
game
most
would
points?
definitely end, but it's whether or not the scenario points would count for you for victory, or whether it would be declared a draw.
Yeah.
Because that's why, I mean, in the end, the last 2 turns wasn't as much fun, because it was basically...
I was just rolling defence dice.
Yeah, defence dice. So it might be that once you get down to that point, I can't see... Unless you're ahead on victory points, there's no reason to table someone, basically. Yeah. But it ended up being a bit of a kind of... The last 2 turns...
Slight anticlimactic,
yeah,
maybe?
It was a little bit anticlimactic because of the fact that I was locked in and couldn't do anything because I had a ranged character engaged in combat with 2 combat monsters and couldn't do anything to get away. And you weren't interested in killing her.
No.
Because it would have been a draw versus a victory. So it was all kind of a bit of a dead rubber, really.
And can we also, people let us know, can you move and pray?
Yeah,
or do you have
I read the scenario objective actions, and nothing there said you couldn't move and pray. And the action itself didn't say you could. You couldn't. So I couldn't find anything that specifically said you couldn't move, but it didn't say you could move either.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if if you have to be specifically allowed to move. I think any action that you can't move has a red foot.
Yeah.
Which said you can't move and perform this action.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find anything that referenced that was the case.
I think that changes the game quite a lot.
Yeah, it would have done, because you'd have to have stood there and taken it rather than... I mean, there'll be some elements of it. If it's a complex action, then you'd have to spend both your activations to do it, so you couldn't... Well, I suppose you could still walk into base with it and do a complex action if it allowed you to, but then you couldn't walk around and then do it.
Yeah.
You could, but... It's a bit strange, so I couldn't find anything that clarifies it. It might be in the FAQ, because there is an FAQ out there that kind of clarifies certain things. But yeah, it felt like we kind of said that at the start, that's how we play it.
Yeah, we said, anything that we were unsure of at the beginning, just to save anything, we said, right, we can walk and pray, we can do this. So whether we got the rules right or wrong, we played it consistently throughout.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We've demonstrated the mechanics of it, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So from a Guild Ball player,
you've still got resource management. You've still got...
I'd probably say more in-depth resource management.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you think about a character's only got 2 activations, but actually a character can do a lot more, as long as they have key feats on their card that specifically let them do something out of activation.
But then they could also do a lot less than 2 activations.
Yeah, they
by
can.
just going bang. If you get attacked twice, you're like, well, I guess I'm done.
In theory, it's because you've got your resource, you manage your key, resource your activations. Your activations are much more limited than your key is anyway, and you can effectively influence other people's ability to use their activations.
And all the different scenario nuances and everything.
And the scenarios are all different as well. I say there's 3 in the book, there's 12 in total, so there's lots of different ways to play the game. It's a much smaller base. I mean, to be fair, most Guild Ball games are kind of fought out around that area anyway, with a bit extra on each side, or 6 inches on each side, because how often do you go into your own deployment zone, really? Well, unless you're caging the ball.
Yeah.
So I think it's got lots of similarities. There's things we didn't do. So there's special combat abilities that you can do when you're attacking or defending. So there's things like push defense. So there's a time, again, when I was over here with Zhu, I could have paid 2 to do fend, which would give me a push defense. So if I successfully defended, I could push you back out of my engagement zone or my zone of control, and that would then mean that if I successfully defended and pushed you away, I could then walk off basically. It's like a way of disengaging without taking a disengage action, which we talked about in the video. And then there's other things that you can do. You've got critical attack. So if you paid 1 melee dice, another resource effectively is your melee dice. You generate a pool of dice, and you can spend that dice on doing a special attack or special defense. Some of them don't cost anything. So basically, each special attack or defense has a name, and then in brackets it has a number, and the number is what you have to pay to do it. So if you've got 4 melee dice...
Oh, mine's just critical strike 0.
Yeah, so you can just do it, but you have to declare it at the beginning of the attack.
Oh, right. So you'd roll your damage dice, and if it's a double...
No, you'd roll your attack, you declare critical attack, and then you'd roll your attack dice to see if you're successful or not. You don't pick once you're successful.
Oh, right.
You basically say this is going to be a critical attack.
Okay.
And then, because it might influence the way the person decides to allocate their dice.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you say I'm going to critical attack, I'm like, right, well, I'm going to put all my dice in defence, because critical attack basically means on the damage roll, if you roll a double, that person just goes. So no matter how much health they've got left, it's just
even a double one.
Yeah, it's like an assassinate action.
So I suppose that's good doing against a surprise model.
Yeah, because you roll 3 dice.
You roll 3 dice and choose 2.
And choose 2.
Yeah.
So as long as you roll the double on 3 dice. So an assassin with critical attack is fairly unpleasant. But it's also good why I've got those 2 aware models, because you kept coming up behind me. I was never surprised.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that.
I did, so I'm hoping other people do as well. I'm sure we're going to.
There's going to be plenty more Bushido. So I think from the next games going forward, it'll be your 100 Ricer games.
Yeah, I've already got 4 more models for Ito, so they need to be assembled and painted. They've been cleaned up.
Mine are in the post.
Just need assembling.
Models are really nice. That's something. Actually, that's something else we talk about. Cost of entry, brilliant.
Yeah.
So that my warband costs £28. Yours
you can get it cheaper if you find the right. Game store.
Yeah, so less than 30 quid for your models. Uses regular D6, regular widgets.
Rules are free.
Rules are free. That book was just printed off.
So as long as you've got D6s, 2 different coloured D6s,
measuring
you
tools.
don't really need 5. You can get up to 5, but normally you're going to be using less than that.
What else? 2x2. So if you've got a Guild Ball Proving Grounds pitch, that is 2x2 in the middle.
Yeah.
Or just any kind of gaming area that's 2x2. Terrain, just use anything. Ours is 3D.
You could get a 2x2 piece of wood and just put texture paint all over it, whatever, or
get anything,
sort of texture and block it or whatever. And
sellotape on your laminate floor.
Yeah, it's much more portable and much easier to kind of produce than a 3x3 thing.
Plays on more tables. It's much more accessible, table friendly. You'd fit on your table.
Yeah, and my table's small now.
Yeah.
So I really like the game size. I mean, that all packed up into a little box that I brought with me. You don't need huge amounts of terrain, so that's enough really, terrain-wise, for plenty of games. I'll be producing more, but to vary it up a bit.
Yeah.
This mat was because people have said they struggle to find 2 foot by 2 foot mats. This is by a company called Battle Systems, or a UK company who do cardboard terrain, slot fit cardboard terrain.
Oh, okay.
So they've produced this mat with the idea that you put it together with different mats. So
right.
Like a 4x4 area, but they do 2x2. So I bought that. That was 15 quid plus postage. So it really is cheap.
Very low entry cost.
I probably paid 50. I mean, the terrain obviously didn't cost me a huge amount because I printed it, and I'd already had the files anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was probably like 50 quid would get you a starter faction, a map and terrain.
Yeah.
The rules are free, and then you can go beyond that. You can buy the faction pack to enhance the special cards, and buy more models. And the models are kind of between 8 and 12 pounds. I don't think there's that many more that are more expensive than that. £13 maybe, but really cheap. And even 1 or 2 more models would really change the way the game plays. The other thing, Ito in particular, and I think pretty much every faction has almost sort of 3 styles of play. So they have kind of distinct factions. So you could, in theory, you could go all wizards, all cultists, rather than having any Ikai, and that would be one way of playing because they'd be much more ranged and doing magic and stuff. Or you can take all the fear stuff and the kind of ghouls and ghosties, or a mix in between. Or a mix in between. And for me, it's like I can go Snake Men. There are classic samurai, so I can just go kind of a theme called Lords of Ito, which is just Ashigara and samurai, so you can very very traditional. Or I can do a mix of the 2.
Nice.
So it's kind of, and it's the same with pretty much every faction seems to have the same thing. So it's really, even within one faction, if you only picked one, you have a lot of variety in the way you play the game. So it really is kind of very appealing.
So it's a win for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Win for me. Win for all. So, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe and obey. Ring the bell.
And let us know if you want to see more Bushido.
You're not ringing the bell?
Ding! I don't know how you do it. Ding,
I don't really know. It's a bell. So
ding the bell.
There's a little bell somewhere.
So that you can find out every time we
release content.
Content.
Yay. So thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.